and welcome to TSB Stadium. Sunday night basketball in the NZNBL. Big crowd. It is the Airs and the Sharks, both desperately needing to keep winning to keep their final six aspirations alive in season 2023. Hello, hope you're well. Justin Nelson with you, sitting right alongside me, four-time Sal's NBL champ, Casey Frank. I love this time of year. I love these scenarios. It is pressure cooker stuff.
When you're coming down to the end of the season, all you want is to have a chance, and these teams have exactly that. Now, the team that's on the losing ledger tonight, they might not have a chance moving forward, so they have to put everything they have into today's effort.
No doubt, it is all on the line. Well, let's have a look at the results so far for round 12, and boy, oh boy, what an action-packed round it has been. The Nuggets were down by plenty. They got up and won in Christchurch. The Bulls, another grinding win against the Saints this time. Tuatara, how good are they going? And of course, the Hawks continue to struggle at home.
Yeah, seeing the Nuggets take two on the road is huge for their Final Four hopes. But today, right now, the Jets and Saints in a barn burner, coming down right to the end of that one. And of course, the Airs and Sharks to finish it off.
We'll have some details on the Jets and Saints shortly. Stay tuned for that. It is a thriller in Palmerston North. Sharks, well, they're without their coach tonight, Guy Malloy, in Sydney with the Tall Ferns for the Asia Cup. Here's the starting lineup, though. Kendall, Burton, Inga, Cunningham and Anticevic. It's all on them and their steady crew off the bench tonight.
Yeah, these guys have to step up and forward. Josh Cunningham has been solid, but we really need to see Braden Inger step up and support Jeremy Kendall, who has been fantastic game in, game out this season.
No doubt about that. There he is, the star guard. He dropped 45 against the Airs when they last met. What a season he's having.
Unbelievable, his production, not just scoring the basketball, of which he is maybe the most prolific scorer in the league right now, but passing it. He does such a great job of keeping defenses honest, and they cannot figure out how to defend him.
Well, Casey, you caught up with the star guard a short time ago. Here's his thoughts on tonight's big game.
Well, Jeremy, still in the playoff hunt, coming up against the team that got you on your home court. What needs to change this time around to get you guys the victory?
Yeah, you know, we've made some scout adjustments. We've made some defense adjustments. So we just got to go out there and play our game and, you know, just string two halves together. Play our brand of basketball with a little more toughness and a little more togetherness, and I think we'll be in a good space.
Defensively, last time you guys played, Kendrick Ray had an unbelievable game and really lifted Taranaki to victory. What can you do to limit his effectiveness this time around?
Yeah, I mean, he's a great player, and he's playing at a high level. So we have to defend him with 5 players, and we got to make sure that we make the adjustments that we talked about, slowing him down and making other guys beat us.
Appreciate it, Tom. Good luck tonight.
Great crowd in attendance tonight, Casey. They love their basketball here in New Plymouth. They have come out in big numbers. Very good evening and welcome to all of our viewers on Sky Sport. TSB Stadium tonight for Sunday night hoops in the Sal's NBL. It is the Airs up against the Sharks. Not too far away from a start tonight. Let's have a look at the starters for the home team. And they look like they're back to full strength.
They are back to full strength, especially when they've got Armand Fletcher coming off the bench. Kendrick Ray has been putting it together, but this is a solid team with athleticism and talent all across the board.
Well, there is Kendrick Ray. He's been a star since being inserted into this team. Dropped 32 against the Sharks when they met just a month ago. And if he gets going tonight, look out. He is the player to watch for the Taranaki Airs. Casey, you had a chat with him a short time ago. Here's what he had to say ahead of tonight's big clash.
Well, Kendrick Ray, you came into the season against the Southland Sharks and got a victory in that one. What did you guys learn from that game that you can implement today to try and get another victory?
That we won that game from our defensive pressure. Then we come out there and do the same thing on the defensive end. We know we're gonna come out with the win.
And coming up against a great player this year in Jeremy Kendall, who's absolutely leading the Sharks across the board. What can you do to contain his influences on defensively?
Well, he's a great player. I don't think there's really no containing him. We just got to, go out there and make it hard for him and make his shots harder than what they are. because he's going to make shots. He's a great player. All great players make shots. So we just got to come out there and just try to contain him as much as we can and, you know, put the pressure on him.
Appreciate Tom. Good luck.
Thank you.
Casey, let's have a look at the TAB head-to-head for this one. We can see how they're travelling over their last 5. The Sharks have, in fact, lost their last 3. The Airs with 2 wins from their last 3. But despite the losses for the Sharks, they still continue to shoot well.
Sharks are the most efficient offense in the league. They're shooting 58.5% effective field goal percentage. That's first in the league. The Taranaki Airs 10th in that effective field goal percentage as a team. But what I'm looking at tonight is the TAB stripe. Not only do the Sharks only shoot 70%, they are last in free throw rate, or sorry, 9th in free throw rate, only getting there 19.5% of the time. If they cannot create more opportunities at the free throw line tonight, they are not going to win this game.
Well, it could be all about the TAB stripe. Live ladder in the Cells NBL. The Jets have just taken down the Saints 111 to 108. And here's the movement. The Jets move to equal 6th. Wow, amazing stuff. The Saints continuing to cling to their spot. They're in 5th, but they have lost both of their games this round.
And not quite sealed up their spot yet. You look at those 5-win teams behind them. The Taranaki Airs are hoping to join, while the Sharks are hoping to get one step closer and keep 1 foot inside that door of the final 6 by jumping the Giants.
What a day it's been so far in the competition, and it's about to get hotter tonight. The Airs and the Sharks. The coin officials for this one, Melanie O'Connor, Sharon Martin, and also Sam Pan. Such an important game for these two teams. If they can get on a roll from here over the last few rounds, they are a chance to make the final 6.
And to me, we're going to know a lot about how this game goes in the first few minutes. If Taranaki has a plan to take Jeremy Kendall out of the game and limit his two-way effectiveness offensively, dishing and passing and scoring the basketball, they're going to be in great stead. If the Sharks come out and handle that pressure and are able to get a little lead early, I like them going down the rest of the way.
Strap yourselves in, TSB Stadium, for a Sunday session live on Prime and Sky Sport. It is the Sharks and the Airs, and we are just about set for a start. Season-defining stuff for these two teams as we get underway, and it will be the Sharks to get first possession. Jeremy Kendall, dangerous, ball in hand as always.
Going with Kendrick Ray on Jeremy Kendall. Wonder if we might see a little Carlin Davidson on him at some point. He really struggles with that length at times.
There's Kendall on the move early. Rosetto there to stop him. Kendall backs it back out. No doubt, hard to the basket. Searching, will get a shot up late. Didn't hit the ring, block in the end. Doesn't matter, the Airs are going to get it.
Well, Jeremy Kendall looking for that contact there, but he kind of forced it around the hip of Anzac Rosetto to get it. I love the triple circle around the post. Round and round we go. And that, to me, from that angle, looks like a foul. He closed that space, took him out of it, but it matters not. Taranaki ball.
And importantly for the home team, they get a stop to start us off. There's Davison inside, looking for Rosetto, chipping in. Kendall.
He read that well. He played off his man, got in the passing lane, and possession goes the other way.
And Tisevich, ball on the floor, attacking the basket early. A little bit too much on it in the end.
Great move, though. Did all the work to get there. He's got to keep his confidence up because he has to continue to take those looks.
Kendrick Ray has Alonzo Burton in front of him. Gets to the elbow, pulls up, nice looking shot.
Better contest, though, from Gannon Tisevich, really making that a bit more difficult than it had to be by closing out quickly.
What a matchup this is. Kendall and Ray. Cunningham now, basket inside, gets the opening points of the night.
Nice use of the shot fake to attack the closeout out of Anzac Rosetto and gets to the cup.
Hilliard, last year's top scorer, playing off the ball this time around for the Airs. Here's Ray using the body of Rosetto, dumping it back to the big man. He goes up off the glass.
I mean, lovely angle on the pass. That's a difficult pocket pass to drop into exactly the right spot. Makes it an easy finish for Rosetto.
I like this. Ray playing up the floor early on Kendall, who gives it over to Cunningham for 3.
5 points early for him, and attacking from the same spot. He likes that right wing. He can shoot it, or he can put it on the deck.
There's Tobias Cameron looking to answer Rosetto, offensive board and put back.
Well, that's a big offensive rebound for Taranaki. They're 8th in offensive rebounding percentage, so if they can get extra opportunities there, that really helps.
Kendall, corner, Inga needs to fire tonight. Good start for him.
Braden Inger, last time these teams met, just 2 points was able to muster, so having anything come out for him will be a big bonus.
Didn't score last week either. Hilliard can't convert on his first long-range look away pass. Hot hands from Kendall, too slick for Cunningham on the move.
Well, sometimes it's better to be lucky than good, and he can't get the catch, but it bounces off Taranaki after he loses it. Nice look from Jeremy Kendall, but those no looks are dangerous. Sometimes they get your teammates as well as the opposition.
Early sub there for the Airs. Colin Davidson sitting down.
Wasn't super happy about it coming across.
Does have a bandage on his right knee, Davison, so not sure if there's anything in that. Scotty Telfer into the action, playing his 50th game for the Airs tonight. Congratulations to him. Burton to the corner. Kendall has stepped out of court. And another turnover for the Sharks.
Best defender in the league. The sideline forces more turnovers than anybody in the history of the game.
I've never seen the sideline lose, ever.
Not once.
Or the baseline, for that matter.
One time I saw Piero Cameron fall down on it, and I thought that was going to be a tough one. Didn't feel, the sideline wasn't too chirpy after that.
I like it. Inside, Rossetto again, just making his presence felt.
Well, he's setting up shop underneath the paint, and his teammates are finding him. A nice push pass there by Tobias Cameron off the dribble, and Anzac Rossetto taking advantage early.
Sharks by 2. Early stages tonight here at TSB Stadium. Kendall opens things up for Cunningham. He's got some early points. Anticevic, great putback.
Well, we need to see more of this from Grant Anticevic. Real good aggressiveness around the paint early, not settling on the mid-ranger, but going to chase the ball down off the glass and attacking the rim.
Rossetto hands off to Ray, searching, flicks it up and in, Kendrick Ray.
And that's what makes him so dangerous. Not just the ability to shoot, but that driving ability and cleverness of the shot making.
Speaking of cleverness, everything was there for Cunningham. Floating to the basket, came up short. Cameron back the other way. Aggressive, is fouled, off to the TAB.
Well, heads up play by the young player. The rookie coming down the court, and nobody stops him. If nobody stops you, keep going. He swaps over, pulls that ball back to his right hand to make it more difficult for Ingram to contest, takes the foul, and heads to the TAB for 2 with a chance to tie it up here. First foul of Braden Ingram. Actually, first foul of the game overall. A back and forth affair so far.
Debut season for Tobias Cameron. 80% from the TAB stripe. Going at just under 11 points a game, 24 minutes per game. And hitting the 3 ball at 36%. It has been a successful debut for this young man.
And a nice mid-season pickup. Obviously, it's one thing as he misses the second. It's one thing to bring an import halfway through, but if you can find a quality local import or a local Kiwi to come in and contribute in the middle of the season, that's quite a find.
4 minutes in, Sharks by 1. Anticevic, catch and shoot, back of the iron, loose ball. Cameron quickly swoops on it. Sees a sea of orange ahead of him. Looked like a double dribble there.
Yeah, you're right. I think Jeremy Kendall saw the same thing.
Stuck in traffic, goes back out to Big Anzac. He can't put it down. They will get it back.
Grant Anticevic is doing great work on the glass early. Came out of his cylinder to chase that down, but unable to hang on to it because of the hard board work there by Tobias Cameron underneath.
Airs make 3 substitutions. Quinton Bailey, Richie Roger, Armon Fletcher all into the game for their first run tonight. If you've just joined us, the Jets have taken down the Saints by 3. Turnover there for the Airs. And by our calculations, Casey Frank, that might be the first time the Jets have beaten the Saints in something like 10 years.
It's been a while. The last one that I can distinctly remember I was on the court for, and that was a powerful Jet squad led by Chris Hagan at the point guard, Marcel Jones and Nick Horvath. But since then, nothing comes to mind immediately.
You're talking, what, 2013?
That's about 2013, 2012, right in that range.
We'll be celebrating hard tonight in Palmerston North. Here's Kendrick Ray bumping his way through.
Nice job there by Ben Hall to take that space, force the contact, and force the miss.
Kendall, space, always dangerous when he's got a moment to see the basket, and he absolutely nails what you'd expect him to.
Got to get in his air zone. You cannot let him have that much space, otherwise he's going to line it up and hit it.
Richie Roger, Anticevic slaps it away, contact.
That's going to be Quentin Bailey getting in the way of Ben Hall as he chased it down. And Bailey, no ill intent in it, but he took Ben Hall out of the chase with his physicality. Ball goes the other way. We see nice time, not block by Anticevic, and there's the foul. Quentin Bailey probably there first, but sometimes the bigger player loses because he looks like a bully.
Timeout called here, midway through the first. Sharks lead this one by 4.
There's second opportunities there.
Here's Trent Adam.
Get on that front foot that we talked about. Yeah, you two just a little bit more, and then and just switch up on that, so making sure we're going up. I still want you to play a little bit faster on these, on makes. Like run it back at them, and then we either get into motions, pistols, if it's a little bit slower away. Just Ant's back in a minute. Let's see if we can get him in a back screen play, so any stack or rip action, okay? Keep the tempo going, Let's go. Keep going, boys. Sharks, 1, 2, 3. Hey, if it's not on, we just got...
Andrew Wheeler with the coach's board tonight for the Sharks. Big opportunity for him with Guy Malloy away with the Tall Ferns at the Asia Cup. We wish the Tall Ferns well. Their campaign starts tomorrow, of course, in Sydney when they play Korea. Doesn't get any easier. China on Tuesday, Lebanon on Wednesday. There is Andrew Wheeler, the Sharks veteran.
And, you know, a part-time player for the team as well this season. He's well versed in what this team wants to accomplish. And when you don't have Guy Malloy, it makes things much more difficult. But they got another coach on the court as well by the name of Jeremy Kendall, and that helps a bit.
Foul there, Richie Roger just leaning in on Cunningham.
Very aggressive there, really throwing his body around, expecting to get hit because of the size of Cunningham. Got a little bit aggressive with it.
Andrew Wheeler, the only Shark who's been there since day one, inception.
Day one, that's a lot of drinks. He must be tired by this point. I mean, just that much orange in your eyes has to affect the vision at some point.
He did promise me before the game that he would not be subbing himself in tonight, by the way.
He's got a uniform under there, I'm sure of it. Just in case.
He's got a steely look on his face as always. Coach Wheeler tonight. Here's Kendall on the handoff. Not too far away with the shot. Battle on the board. Inga does well. He was surrounded by black singlets though, and the Airs quickly up the floor here through Davison. Hilliard, haven't seen too much of him early. That one off to the right.
He just hasn't really been able to find the space in the offense this season that he was able to last year. And a lot of the shots he's been trying to force to make have been covered.
Johnny Hillu from the corner. That one misses. Here is Hilliard. Does well, took the contact.
Created by Colin Davidson with that outlet pass, giving Hilliard the opportunity to go one-on-one, which he takes advantage of.
Kendall now. Always dangerous.
Taranaki really trying to push the pace here after that last time out. They're looking to get the Sharks at their worst in transition.
Fletcher into the action. Draws the foul. He'll head to the TAB stripe. Just getting back to Anthony Hilliard. Last season, league highest scorer at over 26 points a game, averaging just 12.5 this season. He also put away over 4.5 threes a game last season. This time around, a tick under 2.
Yeah, a very different situation. Last year, he was the lone import early in the year, and he really got a lot of freedom, was able to just basically jack from anywhere and find his range. This season, he came in late from a long and arduous season in South America and has to try to find his feet with a team that was already settled. That makes it a little bit more difficult, but make no mistake, this guy's got world-class scoring ability. There are some questions as to when that's going to hit this season. You know, he might be dealing with some injuries because of that long season. But even if he's not playing well, I'm not going to leave him open.
He'll definitely be on every team's scouting report. Speaking of injuries, great to see Armand Fletcher back to full health for the Airs. Here's Hilou, slips a pass to the Chief, who's on the floor. First shot for Alex Pledger tonight.
Nice to see him back this week after missing 2 games last week.
Getting up, Armand Fletcher.
Nice vision by Hilliard there. Fletcher running the lane on the weak side, never gave up that run. And too many Sharks went to the free throw line and not the bucket.
Got the crowd on their feet and importantly, gave the Airs the lead. Here's Kendall, fouled by Rossetto. He doesn't like the call, but I'm sure that if he had the beauty of the G.J. Gardner replay like we do.
Well, it was clean up high, I thought. So we'll see what the body looks like, but the foul call was on the arm. So I'm not sure if we got a good angle on it. But once again, it's just Jeremy Kendall putting pressure on defenses. He's not going to let these defenses settle. As we take a look at it, a little hesitation dribble. Yeah, he closed the body there, got him low. And Jeremy Kendall hits the first while we're taking a look at that replay.
82% from the stripe this season, Jeremy Kendall. One of the most experienced players in the Sal's NBL.
Well, if that's a goaltend, that should be 2. That should be 2 points. And Jeremy Kendall sees it.
He's onto it straight away.
So, and actually, it just got explained. Sherman Martin explained it correctly. It's not a goaltend for 2 unless you tap it from the top. When you grab it out of the bottom, it's just whatever the last shot that was going in was going to count. So nicely explained there by Sherman Martin after me and Jeremy got it wrong.
Yeah. Now coin officials right on the scene and calling that one correctly. Here's Kendrick Ray. Nice screen from Davison. He gets up. Carlin Davison, the young man with hops.
And one. Great anger, wrong place, wrong time, and that's underneath. Carlin Davison shine, get up and get down with the putback.
And I tell you now, when you see that replay, he set the screen. Not sure if we'll get it again, but when you see the replay, just look at his eyes. He knew what he was doing.
Look, athletes like that, they want this coming down. He's just waiting for it. You give me a clear lane, nobody boxing me out on a shot like that. You know where it's going to come off to the front. It's just about timing, which he displayed very nicely.
Great camera work to pick up the athleticism of Carlin Davison. Airs out by 1. Opening quarter action here in New Plymouth tonight. Both teams desperately needing a win to stay in contention for the final 6. Here's Kendall. Hesitation, terrific pass to big Alex Pledger, who's fouled.
Jeremy Kendall's control of pace is just really impressive. He increases it when he needs to. He pulls back to make defenses feel uncomfortable. But a well-designed pass. But more impressive with Alex Pledger picking up down beneath by the knees, man. That's a long way to go for a 7-footer. He was ready for it, displayed the good soft hands he's had throughout his career, and gets himself a chance at the TAB.
One of the big success stories of season 2023 to have this man back on court in the Sal's NBL, Alex Pledger, and he splits the pair from the TAB stripe. I remember when we first spoke about his comeback earlier this season, Casey, and it was probably one of the most emotional times that I've seen you.
It's pretty crazy to think about a man you've known since he was a young man as he gets the block there, all he's gone through, and to be able to work his way to get back onto the court. I mean, he's a quiet man, very few words, but what he's gone through, it's just great to see him doing what he loves again.
And he's having an impact early in this game at both ends. Anticevich loses a good hustle there from Fletcher and Hilliard. It's the former. Fletcher with the shot, a little bit too deep. Kendall had it and lost it. Ayers ball.
Kendrick Ray, just a nicely timed rebound attempt there. Able to get it out of the hands of Jeremy Kendall. He does well to knock it out. Look at Kendrick Ray. He came to it late and just shot it, saw where it was, gave it a chance. Off Kendall, 1:30 left for Taranaki to try to do some more damage in the half court.
Here's Fletcher. Hilliard quickly shut down by Anticevich. Short corner. Rossetto way over the top.
Too much weights for the big fella.
Missed opportunity for the Airs. Dying seconds of this opening quarter. Alonzo Burton Can't get Fletcher. Big rebound.
I'd like to see both teams attack the basket with a little bit more fervor.
Davison down low, swinging elbows in there. Rossetto.
Well done by Cunningham to take that physicality.
Burton looked like a travel first, just jumping with the feet. Foul at the same time. That'll go against Anthony Hilliard.
And that's going to be free throws, the 5th team foul on that one. The Sharks can use it. They've gone quiet in the last few minutes, haven't been able to create the quality of look they were able to create earlier in the game. And giving Jeremy Kendall a minute off here. Be interesting to see if even in just this 1 minute, what that plus minus is with him off the court. Really important for the Sharks to try and keep even when he's off there.
Burton makes the first run home for the Sharks post this game. There is Jeremy Kendall. They've got the Bulls and the Rams both at ILT Stadium, Southland at the Shark Tank, and then the final round, they're on the road to the Giants. Lost their last 3 coming into this game tonight. They lead by 2 late in the first quarter. Into a zone at the moment. Here's Richie Roger. Finds some room up high. Just off to the right and deep with his 3-point effort. Anticevic. Cowie over Davison. Wasn't too far away. Bailey will see that one out.
A lot of pace early and a lot of efficiency early in this game has gone by the wayside as both teams just tightening up the defense a little bit, but I also think they're settling. You know, neither team is forcing the action right now. They're getting comfortable, still feeling each other out a little bit. But I just like to see one of these teams start to get really aggressive and put pressure on defenses here.
Just going to get a stop here, waiting for substitutions to take place for the Airs.
6 players on the court there. A little confusion as to who's coming in and out.
Run home for the Airs, by the way, after tonight. Tuatara, Bulls, Giants, and they travel to the Nuggets in the closing round of the regular season. So hard stretches for both of these teams. They can make it easier by winning tonight. Richie Roger in the corner. That one is off. Maybe a late chance here for the Sharks. Cowie won't get it up in time. And that is it. At quarter time, a grind. Both of these teams, they know what's on the line, and it's the Sharks leading by 2. Welcome back to TSB Stadium, quarter time. The Sharks lead by 2. And if you're looking for a new shooter out there in the GJ Gardner Homes Taihi, have a look at 10-year-old Indy James on court at the moment. Quite amazing shooting, raising some money at the moment. A pleasure to see. Well, the Sharks lead by 2. Let's head down to Coach Andrew Wheeler. Wheels, thanks for joining us. Not a bad start.
Yeah, obviously we've had a few defensive issues over the course of the year, so to hold a team to 16 in the quarter is a really good job from us, so happy with what we're doing there.
Offensively, what are you trying to exploit against Taranaki today? You guys are shooting just 5 for 18 from the field, 3 for 10 from the three-point line. Do you want to work it more on the interior, or are you looking for that success from beyond the arc?
I guess last game, obviously, we had a lot of success with JK in the pick and roll with their bigs. Obviously, they're quite athletic and stuff with their guards and wanting to push it. So we're trying to control the tempo because we're quite a high points possession team when we execute our stuff, and they tend to want to be up and down the floor a bit more. So we're just trying to play the game at our pace, execute at a high level with JK's skill at the point guard, and just he'll make the right reads out of it.
Hey, Wheels, could I just say you're starting to sound like a coach, mate?
It's not my first one now, so I'm 0-1, so we've got to get this one today.
Good on you, appreciate your time. Anticipich to the basket.
Thanks.
Some early points for him in this second quarter.
5 straight for him. Kendrick Ray had a nice response, but Anticipich very aggressive. I like it when his mindset is a score-first guy. He needs to put that kind of pressure on himself for the Sharks to win.
Sharks by 5. Cowie actually fortuitously came off his foot, and he'll take it all the way down the other end for the score.
That's a delay of game there on the Southland Sharks, grabbing the ball out of the rim.
Tom Cowie may have just knocked his head when he came down there.
That is not a soft standard, I'll tell you that, having run into this one a few times. It looks cushiony, not a ton of cushion though.
Looks like the Yetis found a seat for the night.
If he spends more than 30 seconds sitting down, I think he's going to be looking for another job. That guy's popular in the crowd.
Very, very popular indeed, as all of our mascots are in the Sal's NBL. Richie Roger. Thought they came off the leg of Cunningham there. Back into the hands of Roger, missed shot.
That's 0 for 9 from 3 for Taranaki now. They need to do a better job of creating good looks for their shooters.
Look at that for a move. Jeremy Kendall.
Oh, he's clever. Jeremy Kendall is clever, and all of a sudden the Sharks are up 9. And I think coming into this game, not a lot of teams would, or not a lot of people would have thought that they had a chance in this one. Charge on Hilliard there.
Goes hard at Cunningham. Going to get a timeout. Ayers need a chat. Here's the GJ Gardner-Holmes replay.
It looked to me like his feet were in the charge circle there. That is a tough call going against Anthony Hilliard.
Trent Adam with some work to do here. It's been a hot start in this second quarter by the Sharks.
And
Here
take
it is
another
again.
look at the feet.
Oh,
Oh, that's a heel on the line there. Fortunate for Josh Cunningham and Southland Sharks fans. The opposite for Taranaki and Anthony
Defensively,
Hilliard.
good rotation. We're leaving Tom Cowie a bit. Then we all scattered on the penetration. Understand who are shooters, who are non-shooters, where we can dig in a little bit more. We got to get tempo going. Tempo going. So sprint lanes. Let's get something in transition here. Get organized. This one possession here, go blue. One position here, go blue, and the half court, then we're back to man. We're in shows. We're in shows after this.
Offense, run our shit all the way through because then we get our looks. Get our screens.
Let's go.
9-2 run to start this second quarter by the Sharks. Have a look at this. The Sal's Super Special for round 12, the $35 large 100, I should say, pepperoni black garlic pizza. There's the code, basketball. Does that mean there's 100 pieces of pepperoni on that pizza?
I would say so. That would be false advertising if they called it 100 pepperoni and there weren't 100 pepperoni. Or are there 100 pepperoni black garlic pizzas?
Who's the person that's going to stand there and count out 100 pieces of pepperoni?
Maybe they come out in stacks of 100. Just toss them all.
Back underway. Been a great start to this second quarter by the Sharks. It just got better. Alonzo Burton.
Well, they've got the wind behind their sails right now. They're playing with confidence. They're looking much more aggressive offensively than we saw early in this game. And the Airs need to get more aggressive, conversely, on their defensive pressure. Make the Sharks uncomfortable in the half court.
I know Guy Malloy will be watching on from his Sydney hotel at the moment. Davison well short. Landed in the lap of Anzac Rossetto.
That's 0 for 10 from 3 right now. They are 9 for 16 everywhere else on the court. They need to keep looking at the basket, give up on the triple.
There's Cunningham, fires over big Anzac. It's a hard task, but they lead by 10. Big opening few minutes here for the team in orange, and somehow Armand Fletcher just cut a path through the Sharks defense.
Well, nice screen by Anzac Rosetto first, and then his ability to slice in between defense is what got him between the last two defenders for the finish.
Kendall.
Oh, that's got to be a carry. He went a long ways on that one.
No whistle. Trent Adam was all over it in front of us. Cunningham will score, though.
Cunningham too strong with the mismatch against Tobias Cameron in the post. Finishes his strength.
Cunningham, Anticevic, Kendall, all with 7 points on the TAB stat sheet. Tough basket, good finish by Armand Fletcher.
Well, he liked the mismatch, went straight at Tom Cowley. He did well to keep him out of the basket, but he's able to score a 7-point there.
Kendall been super busy, and so too has Josh Cunningham, up to 9.
And that's going to be a technical. That should be a technical. That's the second. They had a delay a game earlier in the game, and there's another one there.
Well, not only earlier...
They're getting a second warning there.
Well, not only earlier in the game, Casey, it was literally 90 seconds ago.
Well, I've just heard Melanie O'Connor explain it to Coach Trent Adams, and they're saying when Tom Cowley went into the basket, that was a stop and play. So they stopped it then, so that wasn't a delay of game. So this was the official first delay of game warning.
That makes sense. Good to pick that up right in front of us. Well explained again by our coin officials. Trent Adam was happy with the explanation. Foul, basket, and 1 TAB.
Oh, the 11th time is the charm. Finally, Taranaki gets one to drop and to end one as well. 10 points for Armand Fletcher, who has really gotten lively here in the second quarter when his team needed him most. Take a look at it, flying pretty through the air, and Sione Hilu does not give Fletcher the space he needs to land. That's where the foul occurs.
And he is one man, Casey, that can get hot from the arc.
That's his second personal on Johnny Hilu.
Fletcher going at 42% from long range this season. 4-point play available. Goes begging. Yep. Margin back at 7.
But the pace of Taranaki, even when they don't get that initial transition opportunity, it really puts pressure on the Sharks.
Kendall has barely had a break tonight, likes this matchup. Rosetto did well, the big fella. He's got to do it a second time. Kendall fires late in the shot clock, picked up off the iron. Anticevic, how are our officials going to see that? It's going to go the way of the Airs.
Well, Tobias Cameron went down like he got shot by a sniper with such ferocity that I'm a little bit surprised it's not a flop warning if that's not a charge. But it's the help from behind that knocks that way from Anticevic. A lot of contact in there. He feels a little bit hard done by, and he's probably right from my vision.
Well, I haven't seen any snipers here at TSB Stadium tonight, but it is a wonderful crowd in attendance for this Sunday night session in the Southland NBL. And at the moment, this tough contest with a win desperately needed by both teams is living up to expectations. Fletcher again keeps it in the corner. He wants 2 from 2. He won't get 2 from 2. Loose ball, Cunningham battling for it. Rosetto. In the end, Anticevic is there in support. And the Sharks take possession. From deep, Anticevic.
Southland's had so much success when they move that ball around, get it through hands. That's just too quick of a shot for the time and pace.
Telfer, the 50-gamer for the Airs tonight, celebrates early.
And they should celebrate finally. Getting a couple of triples. That's 2 for 13 now, and the Wormets slowly turning. They've cut it back to 4 points and starting to play with a little bit more comfort in the half court, and I think it's because of the pace with which they're playing. They're pushing it down quickly, and even though Southland's been doing a nice job on that initial transition defense, that enables Taranaki to find a little bit of space when they're moving that ball around.
Sharks want to chat midway through the second. Let's have a listen in to Andrew Wheeler.
End up in rotations. We've got to execute our offense, get it through sides, and then that helps us control it coming back down the other way. So that was too quick a shot. Here we go. Hey, just stick to our stuff, get into flow. Hey, let's look for one. Hey, if they're denying up, just get through flow, get it to Josh on the flash and come back to this with no nail. JK, just stay high on one. Here we go, Sharks, 1, 2, 3.
Well, both of these teams, along with the other 8 teams, all still in contention for the Sal's NBL Final 6. Tickets on sale now, July 20 to 23 at Trust Arena. There's the QR code. And I believe, Casey, maybe still an early bird percentage off?
Yeah, you got about 4 days left, 4 or 5 days left on that one if you want to get the last sale prices. Week-long membership pass is a little bit more than that, a little bit higher discount than that. So get in early, because once these teams qualify, I think those seats are going to go quick.
And of course, with the Jets taking down the Saints.
How about Grant Anticevich today? 7 points, 3 for 6 in the field, but already 11 rebounds. He has committed himself to that area of the game, and that's given the Sharks this early lead.
Can't wait for the Final 6. The race is wide open right now. Every team still in contention. Kendall, good hand in there, Richie Roger, but it fell into the waiting clutches of Anticevich.
The shot clock going down, he had to get it up, but a decent look at it.
He's a little bit off at the moment, Anticevich, from deep, as Kendrick Ray is fouled, but he is leading the league, Casey, in three-point percentage.
And that might take a hit after today's game. He's 1 for 3 now, and all those shooters that are up there, they're in the high 40s. At times, it's been over 50%. Some guys have got that eye locked in.
Aussie forward, of course. Southeast Melbourne Magic. Phoenix.
You're going back in the day.
Phoenix, I should say.
Back in the day, the Southeast Melbourne Magic.
There's Kendrick Ray. You would have played against the Southeast Melbourne Magic, wouldn't you?
I did, but in university. They came on a couple of tours of the States, so I had a couple of tussles against Chris Anstey and John Dorridge back in the day.
And 2 very, very good players. You would have been giving up some inches to those 2.
Yeah, fair few, but when I was jumping, I was still looking down.
A little bit of self-appreciation there. Kendrick Ray.
I love him going to the basket, creating opportunities, and look how he's defending Jeremy Kendall now, getting the ball out of his hands.
And it's back to 1. Nice little patch here for the Airs. Here's that matchup again, Ray and Kendall. When they last met, 77 points between them. Foul there on Ray.
Just a little bit too aggressive, and the shot clock going down, just 7 seconds left on it when that foul is committed. Very far from the basket as well, and this is not the game that I expected coming in. I thought it was going to be a bit more free-flowing offensively, but we have seen a bit of a defensive slog. Neither team shooting better than 44% right now, and obviously Taranaki struggling from deep.
Maybe a little bit lucky there, Jeremy Kendall, with the...
From that angle,
yep,
it looked like it might have been a push-off.
Here he is again. Has Bailey to beat. And does he beat him? You betcha he does.
That's just shot-making ability. You see him work through his progression before the game, and he goes through every single look he might get. Not an easy shot, but easier made when you've practiced it a lot.
Moves to 9 points now. Jeremy Kendall has 4 assists as well. All of the stats, of course, with thanks to the official stats partner of the Sal's NBL, the TAB. Here's Armon Fletcher from deep. Look good. Is good. Armon Fletcher.
Well, Kendrick Ray with a bit of a broken possession, and Armon Fletcher said, I'll take care of that. 13 points for me now, 5 for 7 from the field.
Ties it up. Chance here for the Jets to get their noses in front again. Josh Cunningham.
He's come out and he's playing very well. 12 points for him now. Not as heavy on the glass as you'd like to see from him, but the offense has been superb. Charge called. That is a charge on Kendrick Ray. Where's that?
Another foul for Ray. Picked up a couple in the last minute. Here's the GJ Gardner-Holmes replay. Outstretched arm. Will probably feel a little bit hard done by. Not too dissimilar to what we saw back the other way.
And normally when players are complaining, that's what they're complaining about. They're not complaining about if it's a foul or not a foul. They're saying, hey, just give me the same call that you're calling me on the other end. This time, he would probably have a case. Actually, no, he has no case. That was a charge. There's no question about it. He plowed through his chest.
Second personal. Not sure you'd make a good defence lawyer, by the way, Casey. There he is again. Jeremy Kendall, another basket.
You want my words, you got to pay me a retainer, Justin. Nice shot again by Kendall, who's starting to feel his Phelps with 11 points.
Davison. This young man, he's got some tabs on him. We know there's a number of Australian NBL teams having a look at him. Still raw for mine, but gee, he's going to continue to improve, isn't he?
Still just 19 years old.
Anticevic, again, just not finding his baskets from long range so far tonight. Rosetto receives Anticevic with the block.
Well done, Grant Anticevic. Second block of the game, just his 7th of the season.
And they go end to end.
These transition baskets so big for the Sharks because they're being made to work in the half court. When they can get it before the Taranaki D is set, it's just a much higher percentage look.
Ben Hall with his first points of the game. Hilliard, been quiet. That one a little deep. Cunningham, big rebound. He thought there was a foul there.
There's a lot of contact, but he keeps possession.
Inside, Ben Hall.
I love the cut away from the basketball. Anthony Hilliard dropped his guard for a second, and Ben Hall made him pay for it. And, of course, Jeremy Kendall delivered it right where it needed to be. 6th assist of the game.
Hilliard, 1 of 5 shooting so far, just 2 points in the game. Here's Roger, free of his back injury. Armand Fletcher's had a big quarter.
Grant Anticevic just owning the glass. 12th rebound of the ball game, 9 of them defensively.
He's come to play tonight. So too has Jeremy Kendall. Puts it out. Ben Hall for 3. Doesn't convert, and here comes the running machine. The Airs, Fletcher skipping to the basket, makes it, and he'll head back to the TAB stripe.
All about pace for Taranaki. They love to get up and going. Same as I was saying previously, once that defense gets set much harder, Armand Fletcher there scores his 15th point, 6 for 9 from the field with a lovely step through to get that contact and a chance for 3 at the TAB.
Well, he's been struggling with an ankle injury, hasn't he? Missed a number of games, and he was certainly one of the stars over the first half of the season, averaging over 18 points a game.
An early Sky City player timeout in this one. But I like it. Get together, talk about what they want to do here, which is most likely a quick shot. They're looking 2 for 1. They want to get this shot off. There's 22 seconds on the shot clock, so they want to use most of it, but not all of it. Give it back to Taranaki with about 32 seconds left so they can have a good amount of time. A nice strategy to try and create that chance to get 2 shots to 1 shot in the last 50 seconds.
And of course, if you've been watching the Sal's NBL all season, you know exactly what to do with that QR code. With thanks to Sky City, thousands of tickets have been given away to community, sporting and school groups this season. The Sky City ticket to the big game.
Time's running out though, so get in quick. Only a few games and a few rounds left in the season to catch this quality.
Here we go, out of the Sky City player timeout. New shot clock, 14 seconds. What will we see the Sharks do in the hands of Kendall? Good hand in the lane. Tobias Cameron stuck on the sideline, unlucky.
I'm wondering, should that be a reset in the shot clock, or was his foot on the sideline when he touched it? Because if his foot's on the sideline when he grabs it, that's not a possession. He just tapped the ball, but they are saying that is correct. 5.6 left on the shot clock, so a nice job by the officials to catch that one.
There it is.
Oh no, they've reset it. So that is, they're saying that he had possession, which I think it's tough to do to have possession when you're standing on the line, but hey, that's just my opinion.
Well, he did get 2 hands on the ball, but I hear what you're saying, Case, but it is at 14 seconds. That's the call. Trent Adam wanting an explanation from Sharon Martin, and he's definitely saying what you're saying, Case. That's put on the line.
You know, officials sometimes see things differently, so it goes.
Back underway, Kendall, short corner, floater, doesn't go down, and now the Airs with a chance of their own.
About an 8-second discrepancy between the shot clock and game clock.
Hendrick Ray drops it down low. Rosetto's fouled by Ben Hall.
Anzac Rosetto came out early, really aggressive, but just hasn't had as much opportunity as this game has gone along. Still has 8 points on 50% shooting and a chance to improve on it here from the TAB. But one of the things I talked about earlier in the game was the lack of free throw attempts for Southland, and they only have 6 today. But Taranaki has not taken advantage. This will just be their 10th attempt, so they haven't really been able to make up enough ground in that space to make up for the lack of three-point shooting, of which the Sharks have twice as many as they do.
And Zach Rossetto, 8 points, 4 rebounds so far tonight. Great shot that. Looking back up the floor here at TSB Stadium. Terrific crowd in attendance. Misses both.
That's got to be disappointing for the Airs. They're about to make it a one-possession game instead. The Sharks still in control and can use the entirety of the shot clock to finish up.
Airs do have their Sky City player timeout. If they can get possession back, Tobias Cameron is doing his best, but in the end, reaching around, he's called for the foul.
But just the 4th personal foul on Taranaki here in this quarter, so he doesn't send him to the free throw line yet. You like that kind of aggressiveness. You got to make Jeremy Kendall work. You cannot let him stay comfortable, because if he is comfortable, he's going to beat you.
Even the big chief is negotiating on the sideline with the coin officials tonight. 6 seconds, down to 5. Jeremy Kendall steps around Cameron. Back of the iron, that'll do us. So half-time, Sunday night session, round 12, Sal's NBL. The Sharks cleared out early in that second quarter. The Airs have steadied. And it's a 4-point margin. Crowd enjoying the goodies tonight. Let's head down with Casey and catch up with Grant Anticevich.
Well, Grant, a nice game plan here early. You've been aggressive on the glass today. Coming into this game, was that one of your focal points as well as the team's?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, last time we played Taranaki at home, they really, you know, they worked their asses off on the glass, and they were crashing every time. It cost us, you know, they were getting out in transition, just punishing us on the offensive boards and the defensive boards. So that was a focus for us coming in this game, make sure we got that buttoned away, give us a chance to win.
Defensively, Taranaki's finding a lot more success in transition. How can you slow down that aspect of the game?
Yeah, I think us offensively rebounding puts pressure, slows down their outlet passes a little bit, which slows down their break. That's a big thing. And other things, just communication. I mean, they've got guys who can really score it, so we have to make sure we find shooters in transition, make sure we plug gaps and make sure they see a wall. So get back in transition is the main thing.
Thanks for the time. Good luck in the second half. And I got Armand Fletcher coming in here. Armand, you guys have been struggling a little bit from the three-point line. What can you do to find a little bit more space out there? Outside of yourself, it's everybody else has been missing a lot.
We're good at good shots, man. It's just a matter of time they're going to fall, man. We've been in the gym a lot, getting up extra shots. So as long as we keep doing what we do and put pressure on the basket and continue to kick the ball out, we'll start knocking them down.
And then in transition, your offense has been electric. How can you guys find more opportunity on the fast break?
It starts with getting stops, man. When we get stops and we play in transition, we're one of the best teams in this league. And if we remain our focus on defense, we'll be good.
Appreciate the time. Good luck in the second half.
Game high scorer Armand Fletcher, 16 points at the break, but the Sharks lead it by 4. TAB stats not too far away.
as the group on there, super engaged in what they were talking about and putting a plan in place.
He's given us on the platinum cheerleaders. Fantastic. Coming into the second round, taking it all full. How you doing?
This is where I like him best, in transition, taking advantage of his God-given skills of quickness and athleticism above the rim.
He's the man to watch for the Airs in the second half. Welcome back to TSB Stadium. Sharks lead this one by 4 at the half. Nervous times for the fans here tonight, and no doubt Sharks fans watching around the country. While the days are ticking down, Ta'ihi Basketball Aotearoa is on the way back for season 2. Every game live on Sky Sport. And of course, the introduction this year of the Sky Broadband Rapidly. Can't wait.
Fantastic innovation, especially for those developing players in the women's game. It's going to be a chance for the non-starters on each Ta'ihi team to play some real basketball in front of real crowds and develop their games for games that count.
Well, I can't help but feel, Casey, that the result of this game tonight might be in the hands of this man right here, Jeremy Kendall.
You think? Jeremy Kendall might have a say to it. 11.6 assists, got the steal as well. His fingerprints are all over everything, and he hasn't really tried to enforce his will on the game just yet. He's been letting it come to him. As this game goes along, expect to see him take a little bit more on his shoulders and look to be a little bit more aggressive offensively.
Well, when he does enforce his will, we've seen what he's capable of doing. What was it against the Hawks in the fourth quarter? 24?
Wasn't it like I thought it was 22?
It was a lot.
27?
It was a lot.
And 7 assists, something like that. Well, either way, it was fantastic.
He can certainly light it up, no question. Speaking of the Hawks, they went down last night to the Nuggets by 7, their 6th straight home defeat.
Just can't explain it. In position to win a game once again. It just has not gone their way at home. And they are looking at a very difficult stretch to finish.
Nuggets got 2 on the road in round 12, took down the Rams and the Hawks. Underway here in the third quarter tonight. Hope you're enjoying it. Sharks with the opening possession. Josh Cunningham nearly put it away, and in the end is called for the foul in desperation.
Well, I love the defense by Anzac Risotto out on an island and was able to stay in front of Cunningham, stay on his feet, and force the miss. But it was this activity afterwards, Cunningham trying to get back into it, and not a lot of contact in that one, but coming from behind, gets to whistle his first personal.
So now the Airs with their opening opportunity. Hilliard kept quiet. Rossetto involved in plenty. He wants the ball back, and I think he's got it. Big Anzac came over before the game and gave us a big smile and shook our hands and welcomed us to New Plymouth. That was nice of him.
Yeah, lovely. I think he's the new ambassador for Taranaki. He has to do that at the airport on his off days.
Well, if the sun keeps shining like it did when we arrived, I'd be an ambassador as well. Hilliard again. Just not his night at the moment. They will get a third opportunity, though.
Excellent look. You can't ask for a better look than that. And now Anthony Hilliard moves to 0 for 3. From even just having 5 shots for him, just not enough. He's a volume scorer. He needs to get more looks. They need to create opportunities for him as a team.
And we know what he can do. Fletcher, we saw what he can do in the second quarter. He gets busy to open the third. That shot was left wanting.
Well, you like the extra opportunities, but you got to finish one of them. 3 chances, no buckets.
Sharks swing the ball to Alonzo Burton.
He was just waiting on that the entire time. Before it even got to this side of the court, he's already setting up for the catch. Need to make him put the ball on the deck. Anthony Ray gave him space.
Good for a couple of threes a game, Zoe Burton. Armon Fletcher responds.
His 3rd triple of the game, up to 19 points now.
He's the man to watch. Back to that halftime margin of 4. Early stages here of the second half. Kendall has Davison watching him like a hawk. Mid-range jumper, halfway down, rebound, Hilliard. His rebound numbers this season have been good, 6 a game.
Well, he's a pro. He's always going to get himself involved one way or another.
Switching back right to left, somehow from Ray ends up with Fletcher.
Fletcher, he's loving the deep ball right now. But that one just a little bit long.
Inga, he looks from deep and he puts it down.
He should like this gym. I remember a couple of years ago, I believe he hit 8 threes in here, 7 or 8. So he's got some familiarity with the confines.
6 in the game tonight. He's only put up a couple of shots. Ray puts it down for Rosetto. Heavy contact. Anticevic, no whistle. There is now, though. Kendrick Ray picks up his third.
And I can tell you what Taranaki's thinking is, what's the difference between what happened to Anzac Rosetto and what happened to Anticevic there? Similar body plays across the body, getting to the ball and forcing the ball out. One gets a whistle, one does not. But it was the aggressiveness of Grant Anticevic playing through that ball, not letting Anzac Rosetto come to him, but going to the basketball that forced that turnover.
Interesting start to this third quarter. Both teams just sussing each other out after some instructions at the half. Numbers here are with the airs, and Davison slams it down.
So athletic. Kendrick Ray knew where he wanted to go with it, and Carlton Davison finishes the power.
And may have got the block. Good finish, though. Josh Cunningham swooping through.
I think he did get the block, but Cunningham has been all over the loose basketballs today. Gets another bucket there.
Davison again, maybe just
he's got to see
outside
Anzac
his
Rosetto
range.
inside.
Yep, got him in the end. He's fouled. Big Anzac sprawled across the deck.
And that happened because Josh Cunningham tried to take the charge as Anzac Rosetto sprinted down the lane. He wore it well in the chest, but doesn't get the whistle, giving Rosetto the chance.
We saw young Indy James right in the middle there earlier on, shooting free throws, raising money for the women's team here in Taranaki. She put 15 free throws away in 90 seconds. 10 years of age, raised $1,500. I couldn't do that.
I blame the cameraman for going to her and putting her on, because before that she hit about 9 in a row. And then when we saw her miss 3, it could have been more money. Scott, send a check to, ask Scott to write a check. You owe about 4 more free throws there.
I'll get that done on Monday morning. Leave it with me. Anzac Rosetto from the stripe. There's Indy. Night's work done. Very impressive. Not sure what your free throw percentage was during your career, Casey, but please enlighten us.
Why would I know my free throw percentage?
You're a player.
I've spent 1 second thinking about any stat other than wins and losses? I could not tell you, but I'm sure it wasn't great.
Someone in the truck will send that down to us shortly, no doubt. 6-point margin. Sharks looking to extend it. Kendall teaming up there with Cunningham again. Shot was a little bit too long. Here comes Davison. Always look for something exciting with the ball in this young man's hands. Right there.
Well, I love the screen by Anzac Rosetto. He's the one who sealed that off. But the ball movement created that. Comes down one side, goes to the other, and swings back around. The Sharks couldn't settle.
And he gets it back. Steals, averages 3 a game. Had 7 against the Sharks last time. Hilliard, no. Oh, coming through, Kendrick Ray.
Anthony Hilliard disappointed, but the offense is exactly what Taranaki wants to play. Space, pace, and attacking the glass. Excellent open looks, but they're not waiting for it. They're not expecting it to go down. They're getting on the glass afterwards, and they corral their 9th offensive rebound on that attempt there. Great look, but a better offensive rebound there by Kendrick Ray.
And as the teams came to the sidelines there, Trent Adams singled out Anthony Hilliard and said, hey, keep shooting, keep shooting, keep shooting. Let's go down to the Sharks timeout.
Series here, okay? So, Johnny, just peel all the way through. Pledge, you're coming back, middle on ball. Short roll, under control. Look for it. We've got our wheel action from the weak side, all right? Here we go, boys. Let's go. Lots of talk. Sharks, 1, 2, 3.
Good time out there for the Sharks. Good time for you tonight to get online. There's the code BASKETBOL, the $35 large 100 pepperoni black garlic pizza. That is the Sal's Super Special for round 12.
98, 99, 100. That's, yeah, 100. I counted them while you were doing that.
I was wondering what you were up to. I'm impressed. That's triple figures for you, by the way.
Third side push.
Nice if it happens occasionally. A danger time here for Southland. Taranaki's found something that started to work. They're pushing that pace. They're getting up a little bit faster. They need to execute in the half court and find a way to get this game back to their speed.
TAB stat sheet, Armon Fletcher 19 points. Josh Cunningham has 14 for the Sharks. Pledger back onto the floor.
Yeah, that's a goaltend. Good call.
Just tweaked an ankle there.
Yeah, he came down a little bit awkwardly. No foul on the play, but a goaltend called, and it's not because he got it above the rim, but because Anzac Rosetto smacked the backboard and shook it while it was coming off. And so that is why the goaltend call comes. You see it, just you see how that rim's shaking, not allowed to do that, not allowed to hit the rim with that kind of force. And Alex Pledger still a little ginger down on the other end trying to figure out what exactly happened there.
Yeah, we'll keep an eye on him. Sharks in a zone here. Ray, Fletcher, Hilliard, the three Airs imports teaming up. Now they go into the young gun.
Jeez, he got hammered. I don't know how you don't call that whistle.
He was asking Sam Pan the same question. Here's Kendall, searching as always inside. Fletcher off balance and off target.
What a save.
Big save.
Love the hustle from Kendrick Ray. That is a huge save possession there.
Gutsy stuff, and if they get a basket out of this, he'll be the man that'll get the pat on the back. He may do it himself. Misses. Davison battling against Pledger. Can't keep it in.
Well, takes it out of the hand of the 7-footer, but can't keep his balance afterwards. Look at the save. Off the head of Carlin Davidson. Through the Sky Sport banner there. Does not matter. He's going to get the ball.
Geez, we're racking up some costs tonight. We've got some money going to Indy James. We've got to buy some new signage.
The signage, it's good. That core flute, it can take a licking and keep on ticking.
I'll let you send the expense claim in tomorrow morning. Here's Hall. Hillu down to Pledger. Has Quinton Bailey right there with him. Big Chief on the turnaround. Gets the roll.
Well, he tried to do it with power first, but Alex Pledger's always been a soft touch kind of guy. He loves the fadeaway. With his kind of size, he just cannot affect that shot when he goes to it.
And he puts the Sharks out by 6 midway through the third. Sunday session. Fletcher, that one had too much on it. I think that's come off the arm of Grant Anticevich.
And the zone there is taking away the aggressiveness of Taranaki and keeping them from attacking the rim. They need to find a way to counter that defense and still get some movement and some dynamic action going to the rim and not settling for that jump shot, because outside of Armand Fletcher, who's 3 for 8 from deep, the rest of the squad, 1 for 14.
Sneaky look ahead. Sharks at home next Friday night to the charging Franklin Bulls.
So they're saying now that that ball did not hit the rim, so no shot clock reset. They're going to go to 3 seconds left. I thought the ball hit the rim, but I didn't pay a lot of attention to it.
Speaking of round 13, the Airs back at home Thursday night. They get us underway as they host the Auckland Tuatara. So both of these teams with some tough games coming up next week. A win here would be very handy. Davison off balance. Copping some contact again.
He needs to be able to go to the left hand there. Going back to the right makes it a very difficult shot to finish.
Here's Anticevich. Been good tonight. Somehow found Ben Hall. Great hesitation off the dribble. Good play from the young man.
Well, Taranaki actually got a hand to the ball and took away a steal from Carlin Davidson if it would have stayed on its original flight path. Ben Hall's come off the bench to drop 6 points on 3 or 4 shooting. A nice little bonus for him.
Seen him do that a bit this year. Averages just under 8 a game. Hilliard, can you get one to go?
I mean, that is such a clean look. Had plenty of time. Just kind of amazed he's missing all these.
Roger inside. Bailey miss. Hilliard, there's one of his rebounds. And they reset. Kendrick Ray likes the matchup on Hillu and freezes by him.
Man, that was a Linda Ronstadt move. Just blew by you straight to the cup.
Oh, nice.
That's for the oldies out there.
One of your best. Anticevich, Davison. Good matchup. 2 young men going to work tonight.
He's getting physical inside the paint. That's a straight fight happening.
Whistles are being put away. There he is again, Ben Hall. Off hands, they settle at the Airs. Listen to the crowd here tonight. Edge of their seat stuff. Can they start a late season charge to the final 6? They've got the team to do it. There's no doubt about it. Hilliard off hands, falls to Ray. Shot clock going down. He's got to get a shot up. Can't finish. And again, another opportunity.
13th offensive rebound there, dominating at that stat, 7th of the second half.
Hilliard, finally, Anthony Hilliard.
And that could be the little plug in the dam that breaks and finally lets the water through, because he has just been begging for one to drop. 2 for 8 now, 1 for 6 from deep.
And you saw his reaction, his facial expression. Big Chief puts the 2 down. He'll head to the TAB stripe.
Well, Jeremy Kendall with another incredible find, off balance, beaten around by the physical defense, still finds a way to get to Alex Pledger, who goes up with it. And just the display of the soft touch once again.
Well, I know your team merch gear is top shelf. Casey Frank, there's the QR code on screen. If you at home want to get in there and have a shop around with thanks to New Balance and Belgravia Apparel, all the team merch from the NZNBL season 2023. As Alex Pledger converts, and the Sharks just holding firm here.
Big minutes for Alex Pledger over that stretch. You know, a week ago he wasn't able to play because of complications from his treatment, just the way his body felt. But for him to come out today and give over 7 minutes, but 7 minutes where he's scoring the basketball, 7 points in that time.
Scotty Telfer had a little bit more room than he thought there.
And
there is big Alex Pledger having a well-earned break.
8th offensive rebound of the quarter for Taranaki. They're just working their tails off to get back in this ball game.
Got to be able to convert though. Hilliard's got to go late on the shot clock. Not sure that hit the ring, doesn't matter because the Sharks come up with it. Kendall, 9 assists in the game and another basket.
Just a professional. The step back, you know, he brings it back up to freeze the defense, and then the burst to get in. And once he's got the defender on his hip, he knows he's going to get contact, so he's just working for it. Right here, he's setting himself up for it. See how strongly he gets into that second step, pausing it, holding it until his shot as late as possible to get that contact, to finish the N1, a trip to the TAB.
You had a good chat to him earlier tonight before the game, Casey, talking about his time in the competition and playing here in New Zealand.
Yeah, you know, and just in this part of the world, you know, he's a professional weapon, has played over here for a long time, obviously looking for a spot in the Australian NBL, but just spoke about the quality and how the game has lifted, not just in Australia where he's based, but also over here in his time. And you know, from his point of view, this is as strong as he's seen this league, and you know, in a lot of ways, I got to agree. You know, from top to bottom, you cannot take a night off.
I certainly hope we get to see Jeremy Kendall for a few more years yet here in New Zealand. Wonderful leader and one of the very best players. They move the ball well here, the Airs. Can they reward themselves? No, Hilliard, another offensive rebound.
Got to go back to Hilliard, there it is.
And they do, wide open. And down it goes, Hilliard with 2 triples in succession.
Well, 2 out of his last 3. He missed 1 in a row. But a nice find there off the offensive rebound. Again, this offensive rebounding is killing the Sharks in the third quarter.
Cunningham in and out.
This is, the only reason this isn't a 15-point game is because of the Taranaki Airs' effort on the glass.
Dying seconds of this third quarter. Alonzo Burton is very closely checking Hilliard here. Doesn't matter. Almost off balance, wrong-footed there. Tobias Cameron is fouled.
Jeremy Kendall is adamant that there was no contact, but from the angle that it was whistled, apparently there was. But it's the footwork of Tobias Cameron. Look how he goes from going to his left hand to his right. A big step going across there, and that looks like a tough whistle. That looks like a lot of basketball on that one.
I think that man right there agrees with you. Just under 30 seconds to play. Been a tight tussle tonight. We've emphasised it a number of times. So much on the line for these two teams. They've got tough runs home. They're still in contention for the final 6, but a loss here tonight, either way, makes it incredibly tough. A win, on the other hand, Well, the gates stay open. Cameron misses the first, makes the second.
I really feel like Taranaki's got to get a stop here. 7 or 8 points. The way that they've been struggling to score the basketball, especially in the half court, is a big buffer for the Sharks to play with heading into that fourth.
$14 points, 9 assists for this man tonight. Oh, picked off. Carlin Davison. Now he's got to get busy back the other way. Foul, Jeremy Kendall.
And that's what's impressive to me about Carlin Davidson's maturation of his game, is the way he's starting to learn how to play in passing lanes. That's his second steal today, and both the same way. Reading that line, he really baited that one. He was 3, 4, 5 feet off and asked him. What I would like to see him do, though, is just go up and dunk that. That's a point guard, man, and you're on that short list for our most athletic guy in the league. When you see a guard in front of you, you just put it on his head. You don't worry about trying to take some contact and finish, especially the way the Naki is shooting from the TAB. 6 for 16 now.
Wow.
They've shot twice as many free throws as Southland, but have 1 less make.
You did say at the top of the game that it could be the TAB stripe tonight that decides it. Davison, by the way, last time out against the Sharks, 20 points and 7 steals. Kendall, late 3, yes indeed, Mr. Jeremy Kendall. That's what he does. And with that, he gives the Sharks a 7-point lead with a quarter to play tonight. He moves to 17 points. Star of the Salsa NBL, Jeremy Kendall, keeping it warm in the kitchen tonight for the Sharks. Big last quarter coming up. Don't go away.
Never mind. Here we go, final 3, 2, 1, go! He's got the old boom and stop. I don't know, the boom and stop to what? Uh-oh. Here he is, waiting up, in the ball. Get the next one. Let's go. Oh, yes. Here we go. This is our winner. Down here. Fantastic. Keep going, mate. Oh, I love you, bola. Hey, do this good up for me. Please come here. From the south. Still. 61-68. Here's our last quarter.
Got a game on our hands tonight in New Plymouth. The Airs with some work to do. Been a good performance so far by the Sharks. They lead this one by 7. All the stats, of course, with thanks to the TAB. Here's Casey Frank.
Well, what we've seen is a lack of efficiency from the free throw line from Taranaki, and that's the 7-point difference right now. They're 7 for 17 from the line.
Let's head straight down to Coach Trent Adam. And Trent, big last quarter. Massive game tonight for your team. What have you got to do well down the stretch here?
So 7 of 17 doesn't seem super good. So yeah, we talked about like converting the gimme. So stuff around the rim is important for us, and then free throws as well. So that's what we have to do, is do a better job on that. That's sort of where we are defensively. When we got deflections and in transition, that helped us out a heap. So that was good.
Well, you're doing great work on the offensive glass. That's your 16th offensive rebound there. But the half-court defense of Southland seemed to take you out of some of your rhythm, especially going to the rim. How can you change that?
Yeah, we got to execute a little bit better and be on the same page. They changed to some zone there, and we weren't sort of super organised there. So as a coaching staff, we've got to let them know early what they're in and what we're doing. That's important for us to get that done.
Appreciate your time, Trent. Coaches in the Sal's NBL, always fantastic to give their time during the game. And just as we were closing up that interview, another Jeremy Kendall assist and another basket for the Sharks.
Assist number 10 for Jeremy Kendall now, 17 points. Has been kept reasonably under check, especially compared to the last 2 times this team's met where he dropped a 45-piece. But as always, getting his teammates involved. And a little shout out to Grant Anticevic. Didn't score in the third quarter, but up to 16 rebounds now.
Been a monster on the glass, hasn't he? Missed there from the TAB. Andrew Wheeler said earlier tonight that he has coached one other game, 0-1, determined to level the ledger. Looking good at the moment. Armon Fletcher, short. Again, that three-point shot for the Airs tonight has been hit and miss.
Well, that should have been a charge. Nice footwork by Cameron.
It's going to be a flop warning in the end.
Is that a flop warning?
Well, Sam Pan, one of the coin officials.
When a shoulder gets into your chest, I don't know how, but once again, I digress.
That was the indication from the sidelines. Here's Kendrick Ray getting busy, and Zach Rossetto, a lot of time to look.
Rebound number 17 for Anticevic.
Sharks were happy to see Anzac shoot from that distance. Inga, corner. Rebound. Burton goes up. Handy points right now for the Sharks.
And that's got to be disappointing for Taranaki. Zoe Burton, not an offensive rebounding presence, but nobody boxes him out. 3 black jerseys there, but the orange jersey grabs it.
Make no mistake, season on the line right now for the team in black. They have to respond. Kendall, look out, Zoe Burton.
And I'd like to see Taranaki slow down this possession and get a great look instead of a good one.
You've got to be careful giving Zoe Burton that much space because he doesn't miss too many from there as Kendrick Ray comes up with some points.
Or speed it up to get a great look as Kendrick Ray turns on the Jets and we see that beautiful spin move to get him that kiss off the glass. A 7-point difference with 7:40 left to play. Air's got to make up a point per minute, and they're going to have to do it on the defensive end.
Well, we know how important wins are right now in the Sal's NBL. Here's the ladder as it sits at the moment, Casey. Of course, we're looking at the Airs and the Sharks. The Jets have defeated the Saints earlier this evening. What a big win that is. I think the Tuatara, Nuggets, Bulls, Rams, we're all pretty happy there. But from there down, anything can happen.
Actually, I believe the Tuatara have clinched a spot now with the team outside the 6 with no more than 5 wins. So they should have a place in the final 6. 11 wins will guarantee it. Certainly the top 4 will get there. But teams 5 through 10, man, anything can happen at this point in the season. 2 spots in the final 6 up for grabs. They just got to knuckle down the rest of the way, but knuckling down has been difficult for all 6 of those teams.
Well, the Jets have certainly improved their chances with that win over the Saints. Saints have lost 2 on the road this round. Giants also with a loss. Hawks also with a loss. And right now, this one is up for grabs between the Airs and the Sharks.
A little less than up for grabs. I mean, Southland's been pretty well in control. Taranaki has been able to close the gap a few times, but it's been a long time since they had that lead. And they're going to have to string together multiple stops and multiple successful offensive trips, which has not been easy against the Southland Sharks defense today.
Can this big crowd get their team home tonight? Anticevic up and a miss. And it's going to be an Airs ball.
Man, a lot of contact both ways down there. I thought Anticevic might have been fouled on the shot, but there's a lot of contact on Anthony Ray afterwards. Is he bleeding from the eye now? As he takes an elbow here to the face, yeah, straight to the side of the head. He's bleeding pretty badly. That is a split eye. He's got a lot of blood coming out of that left eye of his, so he possibly might need stitches.
Kendrick Ray.
I'm really surprised there was no foul called, especially on that second effort. of Grant Anticevich. That's a forearm to the dome. Those are the kind of fouls you expect to be called, especially when you get hit in the head as a player. You expect that whistle to come in.
Heavy contact, wasn't it? We'll keep an eye on that. Kendrick Ray on the sidelines getting some attention right now. The Airs will want him back on the court as quickly as possible.
We'll need him back on the court. He has been one of the few offensive weapons that's found some consistency tonight. His 13 points on the bench now.
It'll put the ball more in the hands of Hilliard. Let's see what he does. Good pass, Richie Roger. Rosetto wears the contact, but he'll be made to earn the points.
And
TAB.
I like the up fake, but you've got Alonzo Burton in front of you. You have to finish that. You have to be able to go through that contact at your size and strength and put that up and in. He doesn't do it. Now he's back to the free throw line where he hasn't had a lot of success today. 1 for 4 from the TAB up to this point.
And you can see that nick on the side of the eye of Kendrick Ray. He won't be able to come back out while that is bleeding. They're going to have to patch that up.
Don't see a doctor going over to try and stitch it up briefly, so hopefully a little bit of Vaseline and some tape over the top will do the job.
Rosetto misses the first, makes the second.
I like that mental toughness from Manzak Rosetto though there. He had missed 4 straight free throws and he steps back to get that one, cut it to 6.
Trying to get a stop here, the Airs. Kendall, the crafty playmaker. Nicolou stepped out of the floor. Yeah, he has.
It's so important for young players when you're working on these moves on the catch and drives. You can't step backwards first. You step backwards, not only are you slower, but you bring the sideline into play. Got to explode forward with that move.
And it is amazing how many times we see that in a game. Hilliard nowhere to go. Rosetto, he wants to get busy. Too much on the shot in the end. Opportunity goes begging for the Airs. Kendall, he's just a magician. Jeremy Kendall is a magician.
Well, he just has patience. He comes to the jump stop and he surveys the ground. He does it quickly. He's looking to assist there, but he realizes with the step through he can find some space.
He's the Magic Man. That's his new nickname. Richie Roger now. Can he get 2 back? He can.
Well, I hate to tell you, but Magic's taken.
Once or twice over the years, you're right.
Nice finish there to keep it at 6 points. But where are the stops for the Mackie?
Magic was a fair sort of a player as well. Anticevich short on the shot. That margin just hovers at 6, doesn't it?
It's gotten down to 4 a couple of times, but I think if they can get it down to 4 or 3 right now, they might be able to find that momentum.
This will help. Hilliard. Anticevich, another big rebound.
19 rebounds.
He's been huge tonight.
He hasn't scored well in the second half, but he has not let that affect the work rate.
He keeps getting the ball back for his team. Oh, look at how there he is, Jeremy Kendall, right on cue. Get the magic hat and the wand out. Have a look at what this guy is doing. That margin at 9, and this is going to be tough for the Airs from here. Gotta love what he does.
He gets the mismatch, and Quentin Bailey, he's worried about the drive. When you're big on a guard, you don't worry about the drive. That's what your help is for. You have to keep arms distance. You cannot let a shooter like that dribble you off for the pull-up.
Here's Trent Adam.
Making sure we're finishing at the rim. Finishing at the rim. Stay with this for a little bit more. If we're in middle ball screen, make sure we set that screen so when Ant or Richie or whoever comes off, try and get that separation, that drag dribble out. So at the moment, my preference is pistols and motion. If it's super slow, we're in a wait. We got to get stops. Don't concede the switch if you don't need to. If you need to switch it, you need to switch it. Don't just concede if you don't need to. We got to get stops. We got to push in transition. Let's go.
Well, they've got to stop Jeremy Kendall. 22 points, 10 assists, and he just continues to come up with big baskets when they're needed.
I mean, overall, the defense hasn't been bad, though. Kendall's had some big shots. Those last 5 points are huge and has stretched this out to amongst the biggest leads of the game. But it's the finishing on the other end. You know, they're getting bumped, and that's affecting their ability at the rim. They still have not been able to find that lane from distance. 6 for 31 from beyond the arc.
Still 3 rounds of the regular season to play, Casey, but Jeremy Kendall, lock for the All-Star 5?
I don't know if anybody's a lock for the All-Star 5. Ooh, come on, Fletcher. A lot of contact. You know, I don't think there's any locks. I think you have to look at the stats and see what everything's finishes. He's certainly made a case for it, and he's absolutely no doubt in consideration, but lock's a strong word.
Well, maybe I'll add Rob Lowe to that mix.
Well, Rob Lowe, I think he's probably a lock. But still 5 games to go, you never know.
Hilliard, corner 3. Back-to-back baskets for the Airs. They're not done with yet.
And now they're at that 4-point margin. They've got it under 6. What a response out of the timeout. 2 buckets and a stop.
Can they add a second stop? Crowd into it. Foul off the ball against the Airs.
Josh Cunningham having a laugh about it because he just went straight through the jaw of Richie Roger. But Richie Roger, a little too handsy, grabs him as he's trying to come off of it there. And you just got to give a little bit more freedom of movement off the ball.
4:41 to play. Sharks have held firm for most of the game. The home team in black, they're coming. Kendall, well, went to shoot, went to pass, got muddled up in the middle, and the Airs come up with it. Fletcher, Bailey, haven't seen a lot of him tonight. Davison, Roger, Hilliard turns the corner, keeps the dribble alive. Foul, reaching in.
Heads up play by Hilliard with a defender on his back, the little hesitation. He's not searching for the foul, but he knows that defender's there. That little hezzy shake, that shimmy, makes it difficult for that defender to stay with you. Gets the feet tangled up, takes the foul. Just the second personal foul on the Sharks here in the 4th quarter, though.
Alonzo Burton, 10 points tonight.
Some big threes. He hasn't had a lot of the ball in hand, but when it's been swinging around and he's in that weak side corner, he's been quick with the trigger.
Kendrick Ray back on the floor. Good news for the Airs. Hilliard. Shot clock at 6, has to go. That'd be big, it is big.
And I was shaking my head. I didn't think it was a good look. It looked like he forced it a bit, but that's a no-no. Yes, it drops down to 2. Can they string another stop together?
Well, that's been credited as a 2 by the looks of it. Anticevic. Ben Hall gives it up. Kendall, look at Kendrick Ray right there. He's like a spider, jumping, patched up, hard shot, and makes it.
Excellent defense, better offense. Jeremy Kendall coming to play in the 4th.
That is just sensational basketball. Here's Hilliard now. He forces up a tough shot, too tough in the end, and another rebound, Grant Anticevic.
Well, he's searching the contact, and there was contact. Doesn't get the whistle, though. And that's not a foul that's been getting called today. They're ready to play a bit more than that.
20 rebounds for Anticevic. Kendall outside. Here is Alonzo Burton. Back of the iron.
Could have been a dagger.
Downhill, Kendrick Ray forcing his way to the basket. Ben Hall with the foul.
I mean, that behind the back move and the explosion off of it really eats up some meterage towards the rim, closing that gap so quickly. I mean, the ability to do that at that speed, and ooh, that's very clean by Ben Hall. A lot of basketball there. But Kendrick Ray finally gets a whistle to go his way and heads to the TAD for just his 3rd and 4th attempt of the game.
So many people sitting on the edge of their seats, not only here at TSB Stadium, but no doubt in lounge rooms across the country and elsewhere around the world. If you're an Airs and Sharks fan, you will know how important this one is tonight. Margin at 4. Make that 3. It stays at 3. They get it back. Another offensive rebound opportunity right there for Anzac Rossetto.
18th offensive rebound of the game, an excellent look, but Rossetto has been struggling. Is that a Sky City player timeout with 3 minutes left?
Well, Jeremy Kendall must have called it because it has to be the player with the ball in their hands that calls it.
I was looking off of the court, so I didn't actually see him make the call.
We just need to check that again if it was Jeremy Kendall that made the call. thought the ball was in his hands. Sky City player timeout.
And to me, a bit of a strange use of the timeout in a situation like this. This is looking like it's going to be a one-possession game late. There may come a time when there's 3 seconds left, you have possession, you need that in your pocket. To me, that's the most useful use of the Sky City player timeout and the tool that it has become in the competition this season.
Saw Kendrick Ray there having a chat with the officials, still talking about that elbow to the face.
I've been talking about it too. That's an open cut. It's an open wound. Help me.
Kendall. Look at the players surrounding Jeremy Kendall every time he gets the ball.
Great
Tough shot. Cunningham. Yep.
And with Kendrick Ray, we're all over him. It doesn't matter that he got that elbow to the face earlier. He's still got his nose right in there against the big, making it difficult to score.
Chance to tie it up here. They've come to life here, and they'll come to life right now if, only if,
great look.
Fletcher can put that down.
7 for 33 from deep.
They've had some opportunities, haven't they, the last 90 seconds.
7 for 33 from deep and 9 for 21 from the stripe.
Wow. Kendall, Davison, Kendall. Oh, it's come off the leg of Josh Cunningham.
I think that's Anzac Rosetto. So that sticks with the Sharks.
It was Anzac Rosetto, spot on. No complaints on the floor.
Well, they reset the shot clock, but there should be 3.8 left instead of 14.
Well, it didn't look an intentional kick, did it?
No, I don't think, so the balls are allowed to go off a foot when, you're just sitting there.
Well, they're calling it intentional.
Oh, that's a tough call.
Yep, it is a tough
That's
call.
a very tough call.
He'll get 14. Cunningham won't use 14, he'll use 3.
Nice use of the pass fake, though, the little fake handoff, clearing himself some space. 5 seconds left, and the DJ wants everybody to know where they're at. I think it's Taranaki.
Hilliard, short. Margin 5, 90 seconds to play. Here's Anticevic, has been a beast tonight.
If I was Trent Adams and the coaching staff, I would have to tell that MC to just cut that out, except not in so kind of words.
Glad I've got headsets on. Oh, Kendall, delightful move, doesn't get the roll.
Well, he's got a 5-on-4 opportunity here. The numbers are there. Oh, no.
Kendrick Ray off the back of the foot. Easiest basket. That might be the game. Can you believe that for Kendrick Ray? Timeout called, 1:02 to play. 7-point margin. Oh, that is just unlucky.
Unlucky. But it's been that kind of night for Taranaki. Things have just not gone quite right. A lot of that has to do with the defense of Southland, but that one right there just doesn't grab it. He was looking at Armand Fletcher in the corner, was trying to pick it up, and not a mistake. I've seen Kendrick Ray make it in his time here. His 4th turnover of the ball game comes at a most inopportune time.
And with that, Kendall moves to 26 points. Game high scorer tonight.
Game high assist man with 11.
There is Kendrick Ray, battered and bruised, banged up. He's got 14 points and 5 assists. Having a sip of the old R-line.
Well, 7 points the difference with a minute to go. You need quick baskets, and it's got to be a 3. This first possession, the ball's going to be up in the front court. You need something in the first 10 seconds. If you don't have a clean look at the 3-point line, straight to the line, straight to the cup, try and get an N1, get the ball in. But it's quick possessions and pressure up the floor.
Only players who've hit 3s tonight for the Airs. Hilliard, 3 of 11 from deep. Fletcher, 3 of 10 from deep. And Scotty Telfer, who's not on the floor, 1 of 1 from behind the arc. They're the only Airs players to hit a 3-pointer tonight.
Hasn't been many.
Here we go. 64 seconds of play left.
Oh, that's a slow play.
Big, big game. Ray Davison basket.
And 1.
Just what the Airs wanted out of that timeout. Back in the game. Davison to go to the TAB.
Very slow developing. As close to a 5-second call as you can get on that inbound. but it allowed a lot of space for that back cut from Kendrick Ray, who makes the unselfish pass to Carlin Davidson, who finally found a little bit of contact to go to 11 points and 10 rebounds.
Has 5 assists as well, Case. So he's been very, very busy tonight. Big, big shot. Doesn't go down. They get it back, though. Can they score out of this? Fletcher, Rossetto, got to get a basket. It'll fall to the young man, Tobias Cameron, who comes up short.
Excellent look at it, and that could have put him right back in the ball game, but instead they got to get a stop, and they almost get one there.
Upping the defense. Numbers back here for the Sharks. They use the time. Smart play. Kendall now. Deep 2. Can't put it away. Oh! The Airs turn it over.
Well, to me, that's karma, because Jeremy Kendall got fouled on the drive before the shot. Right there, he gets grabbed pretty obviously, but then 2 teammates fighting each other for the basketball. The lack of communication when they needed it most.
Sharks. Clock is their friend. If they can get possession, they can't. Quentin Bailey comes up and goes down. Oh, how about this?
Does anybody want to win this game?
Margin at 3, game on. We're not done yet. 25 and a half to go. Sharks timeout. Have a look at this on the GJ Gardner-Holmes replay.
Well, he went higher than Josh Cunningham wanted it to the sideline, not back to the backcourt. And Quentin Bailey playing good, stout defense, beats him to the basketball, finishes well, and gives the Taranaki Airs a sliver of hope with 28.4 left.
Well, the Airs have some fouls to give as well. There he is, Quentin Bailey. Biggest steal of the season for him. And look at this crowd. They're on their feet.
Can I mention Grant Anticevich with 21 rebounds again?
He's been huge tonight.
Hasn't scored in the second half, but his effort on the glass has kept this one at least close for Southland, who, after being even on the boards at 23 in the first half, have now down 50 to 43 in that category.
What's the rebound record this season? Highest rebound count?
A couple of players have been in 20. It might be 21, but
it's got to be up there, doesn't it?
Not sure off the top of my head.
Well, here we go. Can the Airs perform some sort of miracle tonight? Desperation stakes. Pressure cooker is turned all the way up to 10. Sharks ball. They don't advance.
And now, important, Southland cannot run the baseline anymore, so you have to cut off these angles. You pressure up to half court. Once they get to half court, Taranaki has to foul. They have 3 fouls to give before they're in the bonus.
Have not got their Sky City player timeout either, the Sharks. Anticevich to bring it in. Safe, they've got to get it across halfway though.
Oh, you got a trap there early.
Kendall knows it. Foul is drawn, and you're right, Casey, they needed to step right up when the moment.
They had him all the way in the backcourt. You can't let him get that forward. You needed to do it right away. Now, 2 quick fouls in succession. Don't let any time go off the clock. And you're trying to force somebody to the line who hasn't had a good day. And that's just Josh Cunningham. He's missed 1. He's 0 for 1. That's the only guy on the court who's missed a free throw today for the Sharks.
Mind you, the Sharks as a team have only been there 9 times.
Well, they don't go there often. You know, they're 9th in free throw rate across the competition. That has reared its head again, and it's the lack of efficiency by Taranaki is the only reason they're not winning this game. 9 for 22 from the TAB line tonight, down 3.
It's a telling stat, isn't it? Your crystal ball in the pre-game tonight talked exactly about that. Here we go. Inga to bring it in.
Got a foul. What are you waiting? What are you waiting on?
Well, they are too. They're waiting off. Got to go at it now, and gee, a lot of time burnt on the clock.
That's just 6 seconds for no reason. You still have to foul another time to get him to the free throw line. You do. That's just somebody on the bench has to yell that to him. But first and foremost, the players in the court have to know it.
Not sure what was going on there. That 6 seconds could prove vital, not only in this game, but in the Airs season. Got to get it in, does. Oh, Bailey's got it back again. Here come the Airs. Davison, corner, Hilliard, yes! Oh, what about this?
7 seconds left, ball in the hands of Jeremy Kendall.
Here we go, Kendall for the win. Kendall closed down, Davison had it, lost it, winner! No! Overtime!
When you need that man the most, Anthony Hilliard had it in his pocket. 4 for 12 from the three-point stripe. None bigger than that one that gets this Taranaki Air squad to overtime.
Out of nowhere. Taranaki Airs. Finals aspirations alive.
And what a find by Carlin Davison. The heads-up play, understanding they're down 3. He's going to the rim, gets it out to the corner. He's fumbled it a bit, but still delivered it so nicely. And that's the eyes of a guy who has got confidence in that shot no matter what. He could have missed 23 pointers. He was going up with it.
Listen to this crowd. Have a look at this.
Look at the defense. Quentin Bailey, again, 2 steals in the final 30 seconds. But look at that find. Brent Inger, he's got to know you don't care about the 2. Stick with Hilliard. He does not. Tie ball game going to OT.
That is as intense as you will get. Anthony Hilliard, clutch, league's leading scorer last season, has had his struggles since coming in this season. But when the man was needed, the man delivered. And we've got a tied ball game. We're headed to overtime.
For the Taranaki Airs, obviously, all the momentum with them right now. Southland had that game won. They were about to be in 6th place.
We're 7 up.
Did all that work. And Taranaki just refused to quit. Refused to quit on this game, refused to quit on this season, and you can see the difference in mood between the 2 sidelines. The Southland Sharks disappointed, as you would be. Taranaki riding high, but both teams need to lose that immediately. Taranaki has to come back to the earth. They have to get back to earth, play better defense. Southland has to get that confidence up. It was there, it's gone now. Forget about it. You're in a 5-minute ball game now.
There are some things everyone needs to remember here. Foul counts go back to 0, and on the 3rd team foul in an overtime period, you're in the bonus, so you've got 2 to give. And each team has a Sky City player timeout each in an overtime period. So it resets to 0 to 2 fouls, and on the 3rd is the bonus shots. So mark that down. Hey, Casey, strap yourself in.
Do Sky City player timeouts reset in like overtime?
No, they don't. You get 1 each. Yep, it resets. Yep, but you can't collect them. So the Airs only have 1. We're underway. Bonus time. Sunday session in the Cells at NBL. It is alive. Kendall for 2.
Oh, what a drive. I like the matchup of Carlin Davison on Kendall using his athleticism, but a straight line drive with speed gets Kendall to the bucket to take the early lead in OT.
Well, and I'll tell you what, Anthony Hilliard just walking down the court with some pep in his step. Fletcher has been big tonight, and that is big again.
What a huge triple. His 4th of the ball game. And that's about the first, is that the first time today that Taranaki's had a lead?
Up by 1.
3rd time they've had a lead today, I've been told. Thanks, Julian the Trump.
Don't think they've ever led by more than only 1 or 2-1. There you go, Kendall. Davison comes out hard.
He's cramping up on that one, I think.
He's okay. Well, if they score here, it will be their biggest lead of the game. Amazing scenes in New Plymouth tonight. Quentin Bailey, how big has he been?
Well, huge. The 2 steals towards the end of regulation, and there, a solid screen. And for the first time tonight, we've seen somebody finish around the rim with some contact.
Game-high lead for the Airs right now. They were down by 7 with barely over a minute to play. They're out by 3.
Nice find.
And Tisovic can't put it down.
It's a good look at it there, with the bench screaming at him from behind. I got to see the Taranaki Airs go back to the on-ball here.
Gee, if they score here, it is going to blow the roof off this place. Kendrick Ray, Davison!
What a response. Taranaki riding that emotion, and you can see that Southland has not yet recovered from the fact that they lost this one, the opportunity to win in regulation. Still a lot of time left, though. They need to reset and recommit themselves to this possession.
Well, I'll tell you what, when you come to a Cells NBL game, you get your money's worth. Sharks, now they have to respond. Anticevic down the lane, corner ball, Inga, yes, nails it. Big, big basket for the team in orange.
Nice find by Grant Anticevic, showing off that skill set, the ability to put it on the floor as a big. Defenders close on him, he still finds a shooter out wide.
Back to two. Ray, Hilliard, Kendall right there with him. Hilliard on the move, floats it up, short on the shot.
Now, solid defense by Jeremy Kendall, first on the closeout to take away the three, and then sticking so closely with him on that drive.
Inga 9 points in the game, 3 of 5 shooting from outside the arc. Here's Kendall. Down low, foul against Fletcher.
I don't see where the foul is there. That's a loose ball that two players are fighting for. But the contact too much for Sherwin Martin there. And that's
Fletcher's first
personal foul on Fletcher. That's amazing. I see it on the arm a little bit there. From that angle, it makes a bit more sense.
Look at Trent Adam. Talk about riding a roller coaster tonight.
Are they saying that's a shooting foul? That's really bad.
That's not a shooting foul.
He does not have possession, much less is in the shooting form.
That's not a shooting foul.
I really don't like that call at all. I got to be with Trent Adam here.
Well, you hope it doesn't prove costly because...
How is he shooting? He doesn't even have possession of it.
Nah, they got that wrong. Margin back to 1. Cunningham, the beneficiary at the TAB stripe. And he makes both. What a telling decision that is.
Well, got to play through it. Excellent response from Southland. Going down quite a bit and then to bounce back from it with consecutive buckets.
Tied up.
And this zone has caused Taranaki problems all night long.
Oh, Kendrick Ray's going to go from deep. Too deep in the end. Kendall, rebound. He'll steady. Tobias Cameron quickly over to slow him down. Now the young man, he's got to do some work here.
Wow, he got hammered. He's just hammered on the way to the cup. All over the arm.
Ayers come up with it. Fletcher doesn't get the drop, does draw the foul. He's off to the stripe.
Well, Jeremy Kendall loved that matchup. You could see that he was lining it up to get to the cup. He did the work, he gets there. He got fouled, no whistle, but then on the other end, Armand Fletcher in transition. Nice job by Quinn Bailey, sealing down, clearing that space from Anticevic, so Fletcher has an opportunity to get to the cup. The foul by Cunningham. And now Fletcher on the line. The DJ once again, an inopportune time to let people know where they are.
Only player in foul trouble. Zoe Burton has 4. Fletcher. 9 of 23 it is now.
If I work for the Taranaki Airs, I am firing this DJ immediately. In between free throws, when your team needs it, you're tossing out this beat.
Second shot is a miss as well. 9 of 24. Hilliard gets it back. He puts it down.
The 20th offensive rebound of the game.
That might be a season record as well.
Could be. If you're going to start saying these stats, Justin, why don't you have some information? You're just throwing it out there like a fisherman with a lure. Give me some information on the back end.
And I got to tell you, I'm not a good fisherman either. Just under 90 seconds to play. Ayers lead it by 2. Kendall, 28 tonight. Swings it out. Oh, Kendrick Ray, hands in the lane.
Oh, nice read, Kendrick Ray. Staying connected to Burton on the perimeter despite the drive by Kendall.
Gee, they've had some big steals late in this game, haven't they? Shot clock at 10. Ray, Burton, Ray, pass, Cameron. Oh, finishing it off, Armand Fletcher.
Well, a 4-point lead, plenty of time left. Anticevic with the ball, but I'd be surprised if he doesn't find Kendall. And I'm surprised.
Burton with the deep look.
You got to get that ball into Jeremy Kendall's hands at this stage in the ball game. A missed opportunity there, and Taranaki going to be patient with it.
Sky City player timeouts alive for both teams. Bailey, good enough to get back onto it. Hand in the lane. Josh Cunningham, 31.8 to play. Ayers by 4. Timeout, Ayers. Oh, what a night.
6.2 seconds left in this possession. Great timeout from Coach Trent Adam. He needs a good look. If they can get a bucket here that, well, I would say it closes the door, but we were in the same situation the other way.
Well, correct me if I'm wrong, but in regulation time, when Kendrick Ray fumbled and the ball came off the back of his leg, Jeremy Kendall opened basket. That put the margin to 7.
I believe that put the margin to 7 there.
So this has been an unbelievable comeback by the Ayers, not only to tie it up on the back of that huge Anthony Hilliard triple from the corner, but they lead by 4 now, and all of a sudden, game of chess, it's now over to the Sharks to respond. What do they do?
I think you go for the quick 2. Same thought process I had for Taranaki at the end of regulation. You look for an open 3. If you don't have it, you put it on the net, you get to the rim, and you pressure up the court. We've already seen Kendrick Ray a few times has had trouble handling the basketball. It's a little slippery with him. Almost lost it on that last possession. So you get those guys back involved in that action, try and force it, get a trap in half court. If not, you foul the second they get over. Remembering that they still, have they had 1 foul, so yeah, the next foul will send Taranaki to the line.
Well, that man there has not stopped. He's gone harder than you and I tonight. Loves the microphone. Here we go, Kendrick Ray. Huge play here for the Ayers.
No time, didn't get it off, didn't get it off.
Shot clock has sounded.
Shot clock violation is called. And just too much time to get that. Once Kendrick Ray had that and didn't dribble immediately, he was going to have to be the shooter. And he's saying there, that's my fault. I didn't get it off in time.
Sharks timeout now. A little bit of time off the clock, 23.6. Down by 4. Sunday night crowd packing in here. And boy, have they been treated this evening.
I have a feeling there's going to be some highlights from this game.
Well, there's definitely going to be some highlights, and there's also going to be a lot for us to talk about on Wednesday night, 8 p.m. Sky Sports. Sal's Hoopheads. We're going to be dissecting it all, and as you said, highlights, yep, there'll be a lot from tonight. Tuesday nights on Sky Sports, Sal's NBL highlight show. Can't wait for that. Jets will have some highlights from earlier today as well.
A week full of highlights once again. The action has been fantastic, but game of the week on Sunday night in the Sunday Sesh. A fantastic effort from both squads, but it's not over. Southland has a chance here to squeeze back into this one. And my thought process hasn't changed. You look for a quick 3. If you get something in off the inbound, you run something from that sideline that gets you a look. If not, you design it so you can get that action to the cup. But time is the most important thing. Can't let that clock roll.
Davison with a double-double tonight. Here's the Sharks. Anticevic, Kendall wants it. Davison right there with him. Big matchup right now. Kendall gets past him. Gets it out to the wing. Big shot from Inga. They keep it alive, though. They may get it back. They do. Kendall quickly shut down. Boom!
Blocked by Davison.
Big hand. Carlin Davison. That'll do it.
They're not fouling.
They're going to win it. Oh, the Ayers. This season is alive. And this crowd has gone bananas. What a win tonight for the Taranaki Ayers. The Ayers have got the win, 4-point margin. They take down the Sharks, 94-90. What a game. Sunday session, the Sal's NBL, as the two teams come together and shake hands in overtime. The Taranaki Ayers have taken down the Southland Sharks in an absolute thriller. And the door to the final 6 remains wide open for the team in black. And maybe it is closed tonight for the team in orange. Well, one of the stars down the stretch, couple of big steals. In fact, he had 3, and he helped the Airs get up tonight. Quentin Bailey is with Casey Frank.
Well, Quentin, I've taken you away from your teammates. I appreciate the time, but how about your defensive efforts? What's going through your mind down the stretch? 2 big steals that basically saved the season.
Just make a play, man. We've got to get it done. We're down 3. We need to do something, and hey, we come up with it. We made some big plays. That was all of us.
And then to share a little bit about your teammate Anthony Hilliard's mindset. You know, he's a guy you expect to make shots. He had a tough night, but he hit a big one late.
Yeah, he's got the green light. He's going to hit it. He's going to get a rhythm going. It was tough early, and then he hit 3 or 4 in a row, so that was huge for us.
And then looking at the season, you guys must have come in knowing that your season's on the line. You put it all out there. Where can you guys build to from here, still alive in the hunt for the final 6?
Just chemistry, man. We're on a roll now. We're getting going, so we keep working on that, and just one game at a time, get it done. Keep climbing that ladder.
Well, climbing that ladder, one more rung because of your defense down the stretch. Great performance.
Cheers. Thank you. Cheers, guys.
How good was he, Quentin Bailey? Massive plays for this Airs team. Such a huge win. Here he is, Quentin Bailey. There's that steal. That really got this team up and going. Down the stretch. I'll tell you what, it's handshakes all around for the DJ as well. He's happy with his form tonight. Carlin Davison is a young star on the rise. Here he is with Casey Frank.
Well, Carlin, a huge play late. Quentin Bailey got the steal, got it to you. You're pushing it down in transition. You got the look at the 2, but you knew you had to have the 3. Tell me what's going through your mind on that play.
I'm just trying to get down the court as fast as I can and find my shooters, and he'll knock it down. I got 100% faith in him. Like, he's going to hit that shot. I'm going to hit him all day.
In overtime, you got that matchup on Jeremy Kendall. You're not stopping him, but you're making it difficult. What's your mindset when you're guarding a player who's that talented offensively?
I got a bit more length than him, so I'm just trying to disrupt him, man. I'm just trying to make sure he doesn't get easy stuff and make his job hard, right? Wow, I'm still working hard, but I'm trying to make his job hard.
And after all that work, you guys are still alive, still in the hunt for 6. What does that mean to this squad, this fan base, this city, that you guys have worked so hard to keep yourselves in the mix?
We faced a lot of adversity at the start of the year. Like, it's tough, like having injuries and people being away, even myself and all that. But like, it means a lot to the city. As you can see, we're getting packed crowds, and we're bottom of the table. Think about it, like, you know what I mean? But yeah, we're coming.
Well, you may be bottom of the table, but didn't play like it tonight. Still in the hunt for the final 6. Good luck on the hunt.
Appreciate you. Thank you.
Shopper.
Well, they are definitely coming, the Taranaki Airs, and a big part of the performance tonight was young Carlin Davison. He is such an exciting young man. 13 points, 9 rebounds, 6 assists, 2 steals, 2 blocks. And the highlights come thick and fast when young Carlin Davison is locked in. Big win in overtime tonight for the Airs, home by 4. And where there's a winner, there's a loser. Here's Andrew Wheeler with Casey Frank.
Well, Andrew Wheeler, coach of the Sharks tonight. I mean, that's a difficult pill to swallow. You guys had it in your hand, but a couple of turnovers late cost you the game. What do you think the issue was for just getting the ball in bounds?
Yeah, like you said, it's just the pressure comes on. We probably didn't quite execute how we wanted to. They got up and into us and a little bit physical, and it probably just took us out of getting into what we wanted to get in there at the end. Maybe a little bit of fatigue. Like, as a coach, you look at that, do we try to run the main guys just a bit long in that 4th quarter, but missed a couple of shots that we had a lot of good looks in that game. Like, you had a couple open corner threes for Braden. So like we can't really, we left a lot of good shots out there today, and yeah, I think we did enough to just, ball just didn't go in the hoop on some of the open looks.
From a coaching standpoint, the Taranaki made that comeback. They tied it up. You're in overtime. What are you saying to the team in that huddle to get them ready to get back and play? Because they've got to be so deflated emotionally, but you got to get back up for that last 5 minutes.
I think it obviously helps having some experience in the group. Obviously, you got JK at the point of attack, and he's been in these situations before and been in big moments before. So you kind of have that second coach on the floor in these situations as well. Zoe, Braden, they're all experienced. Josh, experienced. Grant's still young, but he was patient, didn't really force anything.
I just felt like maybe we could have just moved the ball a little bit more, but they sort of loaded up a little bit. But these things that happen in basketball. We'll analyse it, and it's just a real shame because obviously it's getting near the end of the season. We don't have a lot of chances left, so pretty disappointing.
Disappointing indeed. Unfortunately, he'll get the win as a head coach, but appreciate the time after a loss in such form.
Anyways, thanks, Casey. Cheers.
Well, there's always two sides to the story, isn't there? And as much as the jubilation NBL. Hope you've enjoyed it. The